Man, if you are new to yoga, if you are inflexible, if you're concerned about not being able to keep up with other yoga classes, this is the workout for you. This is made for somebody who's brand new to yoga. You don't have to have any flexibility. You don't have to know any of the yoga poses. You'll just do your best, follow along, and by the end of this routine, you'll have some basic understanding of yoga poses. You'll know the modifications for if you're newer and flexible, and your body is going to feel a lot better. Let's get started. Do your best. Our first yoga pose is called a low lunge. So we're going to have your right leg forward, take a step back with your left foot, and slowly release your left knee to the ground. You can start with your hips above your back knee. You want to have your lower back neutral, meaning you don't want it arched, you don't want it rounded, but right wherever is natural. Push down through your front foot like you're going to stand up. So you're active through this front foot, the toes, your heel, the ball mound of your foot is pushing into the ground. And then I want you to squeeze your hip muscles, squeeze your thigh muscles, and then keeping your spine neutral, not letting your back arch, not letting it round. Lean your hips forward until you feel a stretch through the front of your left hip. Squeeze your left glute. That's going to help you not only work into your flexibility, but also build strength in your hips. Keep pushing down through that front foot, and then lift your arms overhead. You can bring your arms down to goalpost arms if that feels more comfortable, then extending your arms straight up. And then from here, breathe in and out of your nose. Keep that up at your own pace. For most of these poses, you want to hold them for at least 30 seconds, and then 45 or 60 seconds is better. You can hold it for that 45, 60-second mark. That's going to give your body enough time to work into the flexibility. It's going to give your body a bit more time to become accustomed to the pose, so you learn it. And you're also going to feel the results more at the end of the workout. All right, go ahead and relax. We'll switch sides. So that same way that you came into it, we'll do that again. So now left leg is forward. Big step back with your right foot. And if you want, you can place a pad underneath this knee if you don't have a pad. Obviously, you're brand new to yoga. You probably don't have all the equipment yet. You can just put a sweatshirt or something underneath your knee. So we're starting again with your hips neutral. So everything is squared forward. Your low back is neutral. We're not arching the back. We're not rounding the back. We're just letting it be at its neutral position. And then allowing your hips to come forward a little bit until you feel that stretch. Now through the front of your right hip, you're stretching your hip flexors here. If you sit a lot, this is going to be a really, really good one for you. And we want to be active through your body. So passive stretching is good for relieving discomfort temporarily, but it doesn't build lasting strength or flexibility. So if you can squeeze your thighs, if you can squeeze your hip muscles, that's going to help create more lasting change. If you can squeeze your right glute here, so squeezing your right buttocks, that's going to help you stretch through your right hip flexors. Bring your arms up, and whatever you feel comfortable with your arms. So if you can reach your arms straight up overhead and you don't feel tension through your neck, then you can do that. You can also bring your arms out into a Y. And I really like goalpost arms because this helps with posture. This helps with a little bit more upper back strength. And then we always come back to that breathing, slow and controlled in and out of your nose. And if you're, kind of overwhelmed by all the stuff that I'm giving you right now, that's normal. It's a lot to take in. You're not going to get it all perfectly the first time. The important thing is to be consistent, and then over time, your body, your brain, it starts to all add up. You've got the right technique. You're staying active through your hips, through your feet, through your core. You're breathing slow and controlled in and out of your nose. And then, again, over time, that all just starts to kind of add up, and it'll become automatic. But we've got to be consistent in order to get there. All right, go ahead and relax. From here, we're going to go up into a standing position. So this is where I'm going to have you grab a strap if you have one. If you don't have a strap, totally fine. You could use wrist straps. You could use a belt. You can use a dog leash. You can use a T-shirt. Anything that's just going to allow you to hold your hands at about shoulder width distant. Stand with your feet about 6 inches apart. If you're a bigger guy, I find that helps with your stance. If it's comfortable enough, you can bring your feet together like this. Then we're going to bring your arms overhead, holding that strap. Lightly pull in opposing directions, so like you're pulling that strap apart. Bring your arms back as far as you can. Make sure that you're not shrugging your shoulders up near the ears and kind of, creating this extra tension in the neck. See if you can relax the shoulders a little bit. Move your head freely. And take a deep breath in. Get as tall as you can. Lift your arms up. And then from here, lean toward your right with your arms. Let your hips press a little bit to the left. As you're doing this, you want to keep your legs straight. So don't let one leg bend and the other one stay straight, but keep them both straight. And instead of falling into the pose, I want you to get your body as long as possible. So think about pushing your head up, pushing your arms up, and then you can lean a little bit further as you exhale. This is a pose where breathing becomes a little bit more difficult, so you might have to focus a little bit more to breathe and maintain this pose. And a good tip to keep in mind for this pose, as well as all of the poses that you do, you should be able to control your breathing in the poses. So if you're going so far that you notice your breathing gets difficult, then I would come back a little bit. Don't go as deep as you were. The more that you can stay in control and stay relaxed, the more flexible you will become. If you go straight to where it's uncomfortable, you can't breathe, you're not going to increase flexibility or really notice the results of the stretching. Go ahead and bring it back to the middle. Let's give your arms a little break, because that's difficult to hold your arms overhead for that long. And then arms back overhead. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Once again, it helps to kind of pull the strap in opposing directions. Big breath in. Get as tall as you can. And then lean toward your left. Press your hips toward the right. Keep your legs straight. And the goal here is to feel the stretch through the right shoulder. So kind of all around the armpit. We're going to feel some stretching through the outer right hip. And you should also feel your muscles working in your upper back. If you don't, try squeezing your arms back a little bit further. And if you're having difficulty with the arms overhead, bend your elbows a little bit, and that's going to release a bit of neck tension. Our goal here is to get a nice long body, so from the bottom of your feet all the way up through the tips of your fingers, through your head, but then also feeling strong as you bend into this. So we want to stay strong. We want to work on our flexibility. We don't want to go too far into flexibility where there's no strength. We also don't want to just be strong with no increased range of motion. So we're trying to find that balance where we can still breathe in and out of control, in and out of the nose with control, but we also feel like we're pushing ourselves a little bit. And the more you do this, the more consistent you are, the easier it will get. 3 times per week is a great way to start out. All right, go ahead and bring it back to the middle. Quick 10-second break here, guys. I hope you're enjoying the workout. If you are and you're looking for more, I have a free 7-day Beginner's Yoga for Men challenge. You can sign up for that at the link in the description below when the workout is finished. Release your hands down. Good job. That was our second pose. Third pose, we're going to do a standing one-leg balance. So if you need some help with balance, this is where getting a wall or a kitchen counter or your couch, whatever you have nearby to help with assistance is a great idea. So I'm going to stand on my right foot to start. I'm going to make sure that I have some support to my right side. And then I'm just going to lift my left foot off the ground, just kind of like you see me doing here. And if possible, bring your left knee up to the hip. Press down through your right foot as hard as you can. And if you notice when I do that, you might kind of see my right hip push down a little bit. My left hip kind of hikes up. And as you do that, you're going to feel your right glute, your right buttocks engage. You feel those muscles working. We've got something on our right side to help balance. So again, I've got a wall right here that I can lean against for support. To also help with balance, you're going to look at a non-moving point at eye level. So find a specific place on the wall. and stare at that spot. We're also breathing in and out of the nose here. And that's going to help our body stay in control. Another big benefit of doing yoga, one reason you might have been drawn to it, is for stress relief. It's for improving your focus. It's for increasing your overall sense of calm. And when you practice this in your yoga workout, it carries over into the rest of your life. So when you're driving, when you're at work, when you're with your family, you're more calm, more controlled. And that's what we get when we practice this stuff on a regular basis. So, slow, controlled breathing in and out of the nose. Working on that singular point at eye level, using your hand for balance. And also feeling, some strength building as you're holding this pose in the legs. All right, go ahead and relax. Let's switch sides. So same thing. Now, the left foot. Standing on the left foot, we're going to have something to the left of us to help balance. The reason for that is so that we can strengthen the hips. If we're standing on the left foot and we lean to the right, we're not going to strengthen the hips as much. So that's why I've got some balance to your left, standing on your left. And then from here, bring your right knee up to hip level, or you can start by just hovering the foot if you want. And if it's comfortable for you, you can bring the right knee up. Now, you want to keep your head, your hips directly above your standing heel. If you notice that you're leaning back and you're bending your left knee and kind of pressing your body forward or leaning back with your shoulders, that's not what we want to do here. So keep your left leg straight. Keep your shoulders, your hips above your standing heel. And then try to think good posture here. So the shoulders pull down and back, pulling the shoulder blades toward one another. I'm relaxing my chin in toward my throat, looking at that non-moving point at eye level to help with balance. As it starts to get more difficult, that's when we breathe in and out of the nose. So if you notice that you're holding your breath, which is really normal, then just remember to breathe. And again, there's a lot going on here. I know that I'm giving you a lot of instruction, but this is what we need to integrate in order to really get the benefits, the maximum benefits of these poses, the technique, the breathing, understanding why it helps. And you're not going to get it the first time. It's something that we have to practice. So keep doing this. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on these videos. And be consistent 3 times per week. That's going to help tremendously. All right, and then release that foot. Nice job. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment if you have some feedback or a question, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. We've got more of these Complete Beginners videos coming out. We release a new video every Tuesday, so that's when you can expect that. And if you're looking for more, I do have a free 7-day Beginners Yoga for Men challenge. You can sign up for that for free, link in the description below. And if you want to get started with the first workout from that routine, go ahead and click right here, and you can check it out right now. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I hope to see you on more workouts soon.